Hello, Central Region Familia. This is Adam, along with baby Jojo, your friendly neighborhood MPD Coordinator, with another episode of MPD Moments, your one-stop shop for quick hits of MPD goodness, coming to you from slightly rainy but still not together unpleasant Omaha, Nebraska. First, as always, a little bit of housekeeping. This is the way. Housekeeping number one. In Esther's latest EARR mail or ear mail, we just call it ear mail? Whatever. Either way, there was a link that led to a video on how to fill out your alumni forms. The forms are different this year, but in a good way. Please remember to reach out to your graduating and departing students so they can fill out their alumni forms. And while you're at it, go ahead and set up an exit interview and an ask with them during the sprint. Makes good sense, right? Two birds, one stone. Hooray! Housekeeping number two. It's May, which means that now is the time to start thinking about your year-end ask letter. We're going to be spending 80% of our InterVarsity time during the sprint on MPD, but we want that time to be focused on engagements, follow-ups, and asks. So now is the time to start collecting and verifying addresses, to order your BREs, your envelopes, and your stamps, and to start writing your letters. Esther sent out a template that you can use a few weeks back, or you can use one of the previous templates. There are also some on the mpd.intervarsity.org website. Whether you want to knock the whole thing out in one shot or do a little bit each week, I would suggest getting those sent out to your mailing list by the end of this month. And that means starting to do some of that work now. Housekeeping number three. Speaking of the end of this month, we are 1 week closer to our regional MPD gathering, which is great. Hooray! Be on the lookout for logistics emails coming into your inbox and in Teams next week. Should be early next week. Our hope is to have you as prepared as possible for our time together, so we're going to be rolling out a lot of different communications regarding that. Now, also, if you don't have Teams yet, get Teams. You know who you are. Okay, now on to this week's MPD moment. I know that I speak for both Kathy and me when I say that it has been an absolute pleasure soaking in 2 Kings 4 with you all this past week and sitting with the question, what shall I do for you? One of the things that has jumped out to me was actually kind of part of the pre-conversation in those Bible studies, something that Tate said during our Tuesday Bible study. You okay, man? Okay, good. One of the things that Tate said during our Tuesday Bible study, he said that during this time, we need to expect to have bad days. Familia, that was so good for my soul to hear. Right now, as we prepare for the sprint, as we finish up the school year, as we try to figure out life, in a pandemic world, I know that my tendency is to have a kind of a get over it mentality. As I grieve the loss of family vacations or get frustrated when the kids are acting out because they miss their friends, I'm tempted to push how I'm feeling to the side and say either, I don't have the time to feel bad, or, others have it so much worse than I do, so I really can't complain. Megan I think she calls it the distress Olympics. And the truth is that when we all compete here, we lose. It's okay to have bad days. If there's a day when you're just not feeling it, or you need to put down some things in order to process your feelings, take that time. And that's going to include during the sprint, during June, okay? Grieve, lament, cry if that's your thing. Use up your distress days because those are expiring at the end of June. The important thing is to give yourself grace during this time, but also to use this time to process and not just escape dealing with the hard stuff. Acknowledging the bad days happen and giving those to Jesus will allow us to better handle the not so bad days, which is going to include lots and lots and lots of MPD days coming up soon. So please give yourself grace and have some bad days. Okay, that's it for this week. Until next time, along with a bad day, here or there, have an excellent day.